Hello YouTube fans, my name is Leo, and welcome back to another video by the Supersonic Lion. In this video, I'll be discussing the world's biggest and longest traffic jam in history. But before we continue, I really want to encourage you guys to both hit that subscribe button and leave a like and a comment on this video, because that's going to show YouTube that my channel has some very cool information like this. But anyways, let's get going. So imagine yourself leaving for work at your regular time, and then all of a sudden, a big traffic jam hits your highway for whatever reason, and now all of a sudden, you're super late to work, and bam, your boss yells at you, you missed your first meeting, and a whole host of other things happen that make you leave extra early the next day, and then none of that happens and you're on time, and end of story. Not if you lived in China on August 14th, 2010, specifically near Mongolia Highway 66 and China Highway 110, because that was where the world's biggest traffic jam in history occurred. But before I explain it, I really have to dive into what actually caused it. And it all starts in the early 2000s. Each year, the road capacity of China Highway 110 decreased to the point that it was 60% and congested by 2010, which already signals a major traffic jam. But that alone cannot cause a traffic jam that lasted for 12 full days, and you'll see what else. First of all, there was also construction on Highway 110 that began 5 days earlier and was not set to end until mid-September. So there's that. That cut the road capacity another 50%. Okay? But here is the biggest factor by far. Trucks. Especially big trucks. You see, in Mongolia, coal production was increasing, and the only possible way to transport it to Beijing and other parts of China was by truck, because unfortunately, no train existed between the two places at the moment. So they had to go by truck, and the fastest route was, well, you guessed it, Highway 110, which clogged the road even further by huge, super big trucks carrying huge weights. So all the factors combined, and you get this big traffic jam. And just so you see how big this traffic jam actually is, vehicles stuck in it only moved 1 kilometer per day at some points. Just so you can imagine what that is. Imagine yourself standing in Times Square, Manhattan, New York City, ready to drive to Liberty Bell in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Generally speaking, that journey would take just 2 hours to complete. So if you start at 6 o'clock, you're there about 8 o'clock. Not bad at all. Well, if you moved just 1 kilometer per hour, yes, it's bad. Today is January 24th, 2026, and at this rate, it would take you 5 full months to make the journey. So between January 24th and June 24th, 2026, you'd be straight up driving continuously 1 kilometer per hour. Just imagine that. That's exactly what the Chinese had to face on this traffic jam. Now, of course, this traffic jam wasn't to last all the way from August to January of 2011. So what do people do to stop it? Well, first of all, there were some sellers selling water, cigarettes, and other goods there so that people could survive in this traffic jam and not just die on the road. Second of all, police allowed trucks to enter Beijing early, so they would be removed from the road at least partly. But more importantly, trucking companies also asked the truckers either to suspend their operations altogether or use a different route to get to Beijing. All of which made the traffic jam dissipate on August 26th instead of January 14th of 2011. So then everything was back to normal, and that's all I have to say for this video. Pretty cool or not? Well, let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a like too. Bye, thanks for watching, see you next time.